All right, we are here, the 2025 Etowah County Volleyball Media Days with the Sardis Lions. And Coach, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and then the young ladies can introduce themselves one by one.
I'm Coach Leslie Gilmer.
I'm Mallie Ellis. I'm Lily Rock. Dana Wilmore. Kate Holland. Emerson Greer.
Can somebody pass one of those mics back to Coach? Coach, I always like to start these out by asking you, what's volleyball look like at Sardis from the time the season ended last year till now? Just things that you've done in the off season to prepare for this upcoming season.
There hadn't been a ton of change. We didn't lose but 2 girls. We've worked pretty hard. We've had a lot of play dates this summer. So I feel like things that we need to work on. We've seen those things during the summer. So I feel like it's going to be a pretty good year.
Absolutely. Young ladies, I know a lot of you play other sports, but could you take us through what your volleyball off-season in general has looked like? How have you prepared for this upcoming season?
I know we have workouts 2 times a week, and then we've been doing our practices after, and so that helps us prepare a lot. And then, as Coach Gilmer said, going and playing just to see what we're working with compared to last year. And I know we also have a lot of us that go put in work like in our own time to help us prepare.
Who else? We all got to talk now. Every team's talk. You guys got to talk to them.
I think during school, right after the season ends, we still focus on keeping our workouts, and we really prioritize that. And a lot of us do travel and club, and I know they both do basketball, so they have other sports, but we all focus on trying to keep ourselves in shape and, bettering ourselves for next season.
Anybody else?
Like Beta said, we do stay in the gym a lot during off season, just by ourselves, practicing, working on things that we're just not as consistent doing. So we serving and stuff, we just put in the work when we're just a lot.
How many of you play club? Can you speak on the difference in what club volleyball looks like as opposed to your school volleyball?
I think the girls, you don't really know if you're not playing with the same club every year, you don't have that connection as you would in school ball. The same girls you're playing with consistently every year, so it's kind of different trying to play and have that team chemistry.
Well, as a setter, it's a lot different, connecting with hitters, so it takes me a bit to adjust to different people. But I do think that it helps me with the competitiveness. So it's different teams and playing in different places, just gets me ready for school season.
How many of you guys play multiple sports? Can you two guys, I know both of you are basketball young ladies, can y'all talk about how you juggle your time? How do you get enough work in on each sport? Because that's not easy nowadays. Plus you got to be a teenager as well. You got a lot of things going on.
Well, I play basketball and volleyball, so usually we'll do workouts 2 times a week, and we'll even have basketball starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, going into basketball practice, and then after workouts, and then going into volleyball. While still having the rest of your day to do whatever, but still, you'll even have volleyball open gyms, basketball open gyms, just trying to get as much work in with each season as possible. Yeah, I would say pretty much the same thing. Our coaches do a good job of putting them, we have basketball before, then workouts and volleyball, so then we still have our whole day, so we get work in for both sports, but they schedule it so we still can have a summer and still be a teenager.
Coach, talk about this group of young ladies. Obviously there's others on the team that you're going to have to count on and as leaders as well, but what is it about these young ladies right here sitting at these tables that makes them very special and leaders on this team?
Well, I've got seniors, and of course I think people probably thought she should have graduated a while ago, and she's still here. This is her last one.
People's ready to see her go from other schools.
So I'm going to cherish this last year, I guess, with her. Emerson came to us 2 years ago, and she's a setter, and she's our only setter that we played all around, last year, and then this year. But we do have a few more options we can throw in. But she's worked really hard, like she says. She does club ball, and she adjusts well to the different hitters that are out here. And then these girls here, I mean, these two right here, very tall. I've got probably the tallest team I've got this year. I've got at least 3 that are 6 foot or above. And these other two, they're pretty much back row specialists, I guess. Mally's our libero, and then Kate, would you lead the team with aces last year and Sardis? So they all bring something different to the table, and that's really, I guess, everybody on the team. And they all bring something different. And it's like she was saying with club ball, you know, you don't feel like you got that team feeling. But these girls, to me, are family, and they act like that when they're out on the court. So,
Who's some of the young ladies that's not here with us today that you guys all have to count on? And you girls can answer that as well. It don't have to be just coach.
Judson.
I think Ainsley Wallace and Lala Wilmore are 2 key players on our team.
Ainsley's
Judson.
a big block for us, and then Judson is a big back row player for us, and then Lala played an outside for us, big offense for us too.
And Ava Gerard.
Yes.
Yeah, she played all the way around. She knows it.
She's Ava's kind of that player that I
She
can just
can
do
go
whatever.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Swiss Army knife.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Coach, who is the class clown on your team? Are they in this gym, or is it somebody not here today?
Probably Ainsley, yeah.
Ansley? Yeah, she is kind of. I have to agree with that.
She's one of those that just, I don't ever really see her mad. Like, she just takes everything and always having a good mood. And there's music playing, she's dancing to it. And she's just one of those kids that you can look at and she's the same all the time. So she had her wisdom teeth out a week or so ago.
Ooh.
So we really struggled, honestly. I don't think we played one play date with every single player, and we only have, what, 10 as of right now?
10
So-
total?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
So, and we
Yeah.
have so everybody really honestly is a key player.
Yeah.
Everybody has got to do their job when you only have 10. So,
Man. How do you get your scrimmage? I mean, like, how do you get all the work in?
well, we'll pull from JV too.
Gotcha.
I've got several that, before the year's over, will probably be up with us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, really, we only have, 6 girls in our whole program that are juniors and seniors, and everybody else is a 9th or 10th grader.
Who-
So,
Who's the mother hen of the team, so to speak, that keeps everybody in line? Do you have one of those?
I think we all just
Y'all kind of govern yourselves, keep everybody straight. Coach, I like to ask people this: what's some of the things you got to work on between now and when the season starts? Some of the things that, yeah, we're good at this, but we got to improve on this.
really coverages, that's one of the main things, that and just being consistent with everything that we do. Serving definitely needs to be more consistent, and then our coverages, just making sure that we're in the areas that we're supposed to be. And like I said, with 10 players, this is your spot pretty much all year, so you've got to get there and do your job when you're supposed to. So covering and making sure that we get the blocks set up where they need to be, and that's one thing we've worked on a lot here lately since I've got so many talls. It's just leading and getting to the block where it needs to be, reading your hitters. So that's been some of the things we've worked on and need to work on a little bit more.
Can you ladies speak on that? 10 players, I mean, I guess you could have an off game, but not really. I mean, you guys are, and look, and endurance is going to be key on this team. You guys got to be able to play in these hot gyms in the early in the season. But talk about that a little bit and how it's key that you guys not only play, but play a lot and play really well.
Yes, really, I think having not as many players as some teams, maybe you're just gonna have to know, looking at the girl across from you, you have to do your job because there's really no one else to do your job. So it's either you do your job or you're letting your whole team down. And so you're just gonna have to build up the endurance to play the whole time and do your job to help your team do what they need to do.
Absolutely.
I think with less players, the more trust you have, the better. So it's they're trusted, they know where they're supposed to be, and they're going to get the ball, and they're going to do their job. I also think you need to have next play mentality with a team, with a small team, because one missed hit, and if you get down, that brings the whole entire team down, and there's not a lot of people that you can sub in if you're having a bad game. So I think attitude is really the most important thing, even for any sport, but especially having a small team.
I also think it's a good thing though because you get used to playing beside the same people all the time, and it's like, oh, I know they're going to do that, so you get comfortable, and it's not something different every time. So I also think it can be like a good thing.
Get continuity.
And we have taken some of the other girls with us to some of the play dates just to throw, because like I said, we haven't had everybody, so I'm having to have somebody kind of fill in. So the girls that we have to step up into some of their shoes if they're not there, I feel like they've done a good job too.
I prefer having a smaller team over a big team with a bunch of girls that you just don't really play, just because of how now we know what we're going to play, and now I can focus on my spot and I can get better at what I'm going to do because it's set. No one else is there to take my spot. I think it's a lot better than just being all over the place because you can't really focus on one thing.
Absolutely. Coach, just final thoughts heading into this season.
I feel like this should be one of our best years, and we've all talked about this. I feel like I said, I feel like we're all a family, and they kind of know their job and their role, and I feel like this should be one of our best years that we have, just based on what I've seen from the summer. If they keep up the excitement and just keep doing themselves and doing their jobs, I think that we should end this year with pretty good run.
Guys, I appreciate you sitting in with us. Thank you, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you.